The Book Visitors by Barney Beard, Chapter 3, Through the Bow Window Backwards. The book coasted slowly towards the bow window, with me holding the book and Charlie holding on to me. When we got close to the window, I closed my eyes, bracing for the crash. When the crash didn't happen, I opened my eyes. What happened then was strange. The book, with me and Charlie attached, was going through the bow window as if the window wasn't there. It pulled us through the window, over the drop-leaf table, past the stove and refrigerator, and into Grandpa's dining room. I didn't feel a thing. I have no idea why the glass didn't break, but it didn't, and that's the truth. The book floated through the window, through the kitchen, to the dining room, and laid itself down pretty as you please in a patch of sunlight on Grandpa's walnut dining room table. As the book landed on the table, Charlie and I landed gently on the floor, standing upright. My heart was beating like crazy as we stood staring at the open book in front of us. "What just happened, Charlie?" I asked in a whisper. "I don't know, Melody. I think we went through the bow window backwards, but I'm not sure what happened, and I don't know what that means." "I think you're right, Charlie. That's exactly what happened, but where's Grandpa? He's not in the kitchen." Charlie and I looked around, but Grandpa was nowhere to be seen. We looked in the kitchen, but he wasn't there. Strangely, there was no sign of our breakfast. Nothing was cooking. The pots and pans and skillets were clean, arranged neatly in the cupboard. Grandpa wasn't sitting in his chair. He wasn't writing. Grandpa's computer was closed, and the coffee pot was cold. We looked in all the rooms. There was no Grandpa. The house was empty. Grandpa was nowhere to be found. This was strange. Strange indeed. "Where did Grandpa go?" Charlie asked. "How did he leave without us seeing him go? His truck is still in the carport. I don't think he went for a walk. He was cooking breakfast 2 minutes ago. This is peculiar. Most peculiar." Charlie and I stared at each other. We couldn't imagine what had happened or where our grandfather was. "I don't have any idea what happened, Charlie," I answered softly. "This started when we were talking about going inside my book. Let's take a look at that book again. Maybe we'll find a clue." The book was lying open on the table exactly where it landed. Although it was one of Grandpa's Some of the Right Books, it looked like any other book, quite ordinary. "Be careful," Charlie warned. "There's no telling what might happen if you touch it again. I don't want us to go flying. The glass might shatter this time. I would leave that book alone if I were you." I was nervous. Against Charlie's advice, I picked the book up carefully. Nothing happened. Charlie and I looked at one another. "So far, so good," I said. Charlie was right beside me and curious. We examined the book front and back. I flipped through the pages. It appeared to be an ordinary book, no different than when I took it off Grandpa's shelf yesterday or when I was reading it in bed last night. The book wasn't alive or vibrating, and it didn't fly out of my hand. There was nothing suspicious about the book, not one thing. It seemed to have become an ordinary book once again. "Charlie, I don't understand. This looks like a normal book to me. What just happened to us?" Charlie and I didn't know what happened then, but we do now. End of chapter 3.